So we are going to spend the next few minutes talking about software. Specifically, we're going to talk about how we unleash the power of software utilizing Cisco. I've got Vinay Nachani hanging out with me. Vinay?
How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing great. I'm so glad that you're with me this afternoon.
Yes.
All right, so Vinay is Senior Director of Software Sales, North and South America. What we're going to do is spend a few minutes talking about the Cisco software strategy, the buying programs. Software, and specifically Cisco One, so critical to our customers' ability to deliver real business outcomes, and we've seen so much in the news lately about our pivot at Cisco to software, especially in the recent earnings calls. Software right out there, front and center, where it belongs, front and center. What's your take on this strategy today, but also headed toward the future?
Yeah, it's a great question, Steve, because we've had a lot of conversation about what we're doing with our software strategy, and really a lot of that discussion has been Wall Street focused on changing the recurring revenue and things like that, but I think what's really key about it and what's exciting is the value that brings to customers, right? As we transition from a model that was really oriented around shipping a box, and when you get that box, it does what it does, and if you want new capabilities over time, eventually you got to replace the box, to more ongoing value, ongoing innovation over time that enables our customers to be more agile and competitive in the digital world. And that's what they're looking for, is how do I deliver more automation and analytics out of the network and do it with constant innovation coming into my environment and not being tied to a box that I have to forklift upgrade when I want new capabilities.
Absolutely, as we continue to talk digitization, we talk flexibility, we talk speed, right? Because so much of this is speed, is adaptation. Software is the only way that we get to that point. We can't take it as a hardware-centric focus or even as a software embed into hardware. We've got to really be focused on that software today, right?
That's correct, and I think where it really gets powerful is, you know, the first step of the journey, we're thinking about that on a per product basis. But where the real magic happens is we unlock those capabilities between products across our portfolio, right? The security portfolio, getting intelligence from the cloud, using that to reprogram the network as threats are detected, enabling more seamless collaboration between people, between devices, between things as we go into an IoT world, and being able to do that holistically off of one common platform as Cisco is something that no other company is in position to deliver, and I think uniquely differentiates us in terms of our ability to add value to what our customers are trying to do and sets us apart from competition.
Absolutely, and I want to come back to the differentiation in just a couple of minutes. You know, we are always expanding our software offerings. We don't sleep. How do we help customers to build out their digital businesses and do it more rapidly, more successfully, with a little less risk? Why do we do that so well?
Well, I think that's where, when you talk about software, you talk about offers, which is what we've talked about to this point, but really simplifying that customer journey is all about, that's what we're doing with buying programs, right? The buying programs are all about that. You know, today, most of our customers buy software capabilities a la carte, by box, by feature, by user. And that's certainly one way to go. But we're doing more and more packaging that software into a suite, a set of capabilities aimed at a use case, like network automation, like cloud calling, like web security, that make it easier for them to buy on a per device, per user basis, or across their enterprise and get consistent functionality, not having to worry about if I've got the same features here or there. And then you build on that into the enterprise agreement, which allows them to have that enterprise-wide, not have to worry about entitlements, not have to worry about licensing, have growth to a certain point included in the agreement, have it all accessible and manageable via one workspace, so operationally, from a service perspective, it's all simplified, and so when you look on that continuum from feature to suite to EA, there's a journey there that our customers can go through as they look at how much of an investment, how much of a commitment they want to make, and as they increase down that spectrum, the simplicity increases as well.
That's so cool, and we've been talking simplicity for a while. I mean, John used to talk about this all the time. Chuck always is on simplicity. And we even heard from Rowan and from Dave in the opening keynote, they were talking about this. We can no longer look at security as coming from 40, 50 different vendors, right? We can't look at anything coming from 40 or 50 different vendors. So if we're collecting software from here and from there and no software is speaking to one another, all we do is leave exposures in the amount of risk platform that we are putting out there to the industry.
Correct.
So this idea that we can tie it all together under Cisco, but that's depth and breadth, isn't it? Nobody else can really do that in the way we can do it.
It's depth and breadth in terms of reducing the amount of vendors a customer needs to deal with, and reducing the amount of integration points they need to manage, and reducing the complexity of support between vendors when something goes wrong. And those are all important in the traditional sense of we're going to land a set of products to enable an outcome. But what's also really unique here is the journey we're going down around life cycle. So not just landing the product, but us as a vendor having a vested stake and interest in a customer achieving their outcome, in achieving what we call customer success. And so we're investing in a global customer success organization and in our partners to not just sell this stuff, but to make sure that we can partner with our customers to help them effectively adopt the technology and reach their outcomes and reach the business objectives they're leaning into, because that's really the name of the game, right? It's not about us selling things, it's about our customers achieving their goals, and as we go down this software journey, you're going to see us invest more and more and increase our commitment towards that end.
So an interesting challenge that we're looking at as we continue to expand the portfolio of what it is that we offer to the industry, I think we also potentially run the risk of our customers getting a little confused. They've got so many things to choose from. How do we help our customers know what to buy based on their organization or their network's demands?
Well, and so that's a really good question, right? Because when you look at the portfolio, there's thousands of things you could buy. Yeah. And I think as we get more analytics and intelligence out of what our customers are doing through these software capabilities, and we're able to correlate that through machine intelligence to say, look, these other customers that had a similar set of problems got a lot of value out of these software assets. Those are capabilities we're going to evolve over time in a consultative methodology with our customers, and you start talking about how we make a shift towards really being software-led as a sales force, and that's all about using analytics and intelligence and ultimately science to get more rigorous and intelligent about where our customers will gain value out of our vast portfolio.
Absolutely, exciting potential. All right, so if we start to look at the consumption of the technology that we are offering to them, how they use them, let's look at that from an opportunity standpoint, right? So what do you see as the biggest opportunity within that consumption for our customers to maybe leverage our software consumption toward more successful business outcomes, things that are provable, and maybe if we even have an example or two of a recent successful outcome that particularly excited you?
Yeah, I mean, I think in each architecture, there are some real right now things that we're seeing customers leverage, right? We're seeing a huge movement in our collaboration base towards Flex, and Flex as a calling and meetings platform to deliver more simplified collaboration capabilities, and we're seeing that aggressively accelerate. In the security portfolio, Umbrella and AMP and a lot of our cloud-based security offerings delivering malware protection, threat intelligence are really resonating to customers. Both of those are valuable in that they're coming from the cloud and they're a simplified experience for our customers. And both of those are consumable in an EA, right? So again, rather than having to go buy it a la carte and configure it user by user, box by box, sign up for an enterprise agreement, you get credit for what you already have, you get full coverage, one portal, and you're off and running, and that's been a very, very popular offering with our customers the more they become aware of it.
So we're hearing good feedback from the people who are actually out there in the field. Last thing we should talk about, where can customers go if they want to learn a little bit more about our software strategy, about Cisco One software, about the consumption model, everything we've been talking about here?
Yeah, there's a lot of things we talked about, and the good news is it's all organized in one place.
Okay.
They can go to cisco.com/go/software, and that's a good starting point and launching point to access all of the assets and collateral that support everything we've talked about today.
Cisco.com/go/software. And one thing that we've got to let them know about while we're here, go and have the conversations while you are here at Cisco Live,
Absolutely.
right? Where else do we gather this group of experts and professionals into one place who can literally hold the hand and say, let us show you how to do it. We are here for you, we're here to support you. I assume you've been having great conversations throughout the course of the last 2 days.
Great conversations in the meeting rooms and the suites, and a lot of great ad hoc conversations walking the halls. So I'm here, multiple people on the team are here. There's a lot of software places set up out in the world of solutions. There's a software corner next to Ian and Meraki with some really smart people that are ready to engage as needed, and we're all here to help customers, and if not at Cisco Live, we can certainly follow up.
You heard it here. Go and take advantage of what we're all about. Vinay, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we had a chance to talk.
Thank you, Steve. It's been great.
And thanks to all of you for watching. We're going to come back in just a moment and continue this conversation on software. I've got Phil Vella on deck. We're going to be talking about simplifying software purchasing using Cisco's enterprise agreement. We will do that right after we air this quick message. Don't go away. And we are back. I want to welcome you all to almost the end of day 2 of Wednesday here at Cisco Live 2018 in Barcelona. We are coming to you live from the Cisco TV broadcast studio, about halfway between the world of solutions and the hub directly back here behind me. It's been a great day so far. We are not done with that day yet. I've got Phil Vella in here at the studio with me. Phil,
how are you?
Thanks for coming on in. You're looking just fresh as a daisy at the end of the day. Phil Vella is Director Sales and Worldwide Software Sales and Strategy, and we're going to talk for the next few minutes about simplifying the software purchase experience with Cisco's enterprise agreement. We're really enabling our customers today to digitize their entire organization. So what I'd love to do is highlight some of the benefits of the standardized approach that we offer, maybe share a couple of customer challenges and maybe even successes, what we're doing to solve challenges. The reality is customer value, this is such a key as Cisco pivots to recurring revenue. We heard a little bit earlier about the overall software strategy from Vinay. Help us understand how the enterprise agreement from Cisco aligns with the vision that Vinay was describing.
Well, one, thanks for having me, right?
So glad to have you.
I mean, I meet with customers in my role, right? Customers and partners every day. And they tell us, the same question, right? How does it align? Where's the value? Where are we going with this? And so Cisco's enterprise agreement aligns with our vision in a number of different ways, but it helps our customers get faster and enable their digital business better, quicker, right? Through continuous innovation, right? It makes a more intuitive, secure network, and it helps them get there with speed.
Okay, all right, good. So is that a differentiator? Is that something that only Cisco really can provide because of the simple breadth of software capability and our depth of history? What is it unique about the Cisco offering?
So the Cisco offering is unique in a number of ways. One, our customers are asking for a lot more flexibility. They're asking for predictability, right? They're telling us that it's too complex. Right, 75% of customers right now, according to Flexera, are out of compliance in their software environment. And then when you look at 20% of those customers are averaging $1 million in true-ups every single year annually.
This is an extraordinary waste. How do we start to get the message out? Is this a matter of storytelling?
It is storytelling, and how we've developed our enterprise agreement is we've made a way for our customers to buy it easier, right? Oh. Make it easier to buy. And in easier to buy, our customers said, we want to reduce the amount of cycles that we go through to purchase our software. And so we made a one contract, single agreement, right? Single contract platform for our customers to procure cross-architecturally, right? It's a common set of T's and C's, common set of legal terms that they can use across the stack. And then we've also included 20% burst capacity, so our customers can consume above and beyond what they purchased originally, 10,000 APs, they can go to 12,000 APs at no cost to them. It saves the cycles and the purchasing, going up to the CFO for every signature and PO each time that they want to acquire 1 or 2 licenses. We also made it easy to consume. So in that, our customers came to us and they said, Phil, we are out of compliance. We do have a ton of people that are out of compliance. How do we get back in? The enterprise agreement brings them 100% back into compliance throughout the duration of the term. Okay. It also makes sure that they have hardware support and maintenance covered across. And then we introduced the industry's first true forward, effectively eliminating the true up or back looking in an enterprise agreement. So if you're familiar with Oracle, you're familiar with VMware, IBM, the way that they true up is whenever you consume the software, that's the point where they begin billing. And then at the end of that year, they bill you back to the original start point. We introduced a way not to penalize our customers, but to reward them for using more software, in that we give them forgiveness for that period, and we just true forward at the annual renewal. We also made it easier to manage. right? Our customers complain all the time that it's easy to manage, or pardon me, that it's hard to manage our software, it's hard to deploy our software. So we made it easy to manage in that we offer a single site dashboard, single pane of glass for our customer to manage across the portfolio on all the software that they're procuring.
This is incredibly innovative if you get right down to it. I mean, we've never really heard about anything like this before, and I love that you even basically measured for misuse, accidental misuse, but it really means that our Cisco Enterprise Agreement is helping customers to focus on their business. So I love this idea. We don't have to worry about more licenses for every single acquisition that rolls in the door. What is the response that we're getting from the customer? I mean, I assume on our side, that it's making distribution of those licenses and control of those licenses a lot easier. What are we hearing back from the customers who are getting the advantage of these agreements?
So our customers, one, the reason why we came to market with it is because they asked for it.
Okay.
So we came to market with it.
This was in response, meaning? Okay.
Absolutely,
great.
yeah. We had to respond to the market. They were coming to us consistently. Do you have an EN agreement? Do you have an EA agreement? And we didn't have anything. So we went to the drawing board and we produced something great, something different than any of our peers had to address the needs and the pain points that they experience with other vendors and other providers in the marketplace. We also made it cross-architecture in that you can consume collaboration, security, and enterprise networking either one architecture, one pillar, all the pillars. We made it modular. So you can basically create your own bundle within Cisco to align to your specific needs. We don't force the technology on you. We allow you to pick and choose what you want out of the stack.
This is so cool. Let's talk about the level of investment this takes. What you're talking about is not cheap. That's just all there is to it. It takes a lot to get to where we need to go. So if we look at the software side, and we look at this ongoing investment in the Cisco Enterprise Agreement, why do we need to continue making the investment moving forward? And second of all, what technologies then get included, and what are we moving toward based on that investment?
Got it. So the reason why we need to continue to dive into the technology is because it makes our process easier. It eliminates sales cycles for us, for our partners, most importantly for our customers. Our customers are, they're diving in for 5 licenses, 10 licenses, 100 licenses consistently. How do we consolidate all of those maintenance contracts, support contracts into one? Right, to reduce the cost of sale. It also reduces the cost of the customer's point of purchasing within their financial arena. The second thing, to your point, is the 3 things that are available, right? We do have collaboration, we do have security, and we do have enterprise networking. It includes data center, right? So data center, WAN, switching, wireless, all of the various different architectures are available in the EA today, and we're looking forward to the future, right? We're going out there.
Yep.
We're going to be adding analytics, IoT, and we should see Meraki as well as AppD coming in later this year.
That's great, and that's going to happen in 2018.
Yes.
Oh, that's great, and people can find out more about that, of course, while they are here at the show.
Absolutely.
The Enterprise Agreement is promoting a stronger customer relationship. That's what you've been talking about. Can you give us maybe one real-world example of that benefit, especially something lately that's really inspired you, where you know that we are on the right track?
Yes, so the Enterprise Agreement makes a different experience for the Cisco and the customer. We create a deeper bond. We go from a point vendor to truly a partner. Right, we had a customer called Westfield. They're a retailer, big mall outfit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Across the world. And Westfield came to us with an opportunity. And we introduced to them the EA construct, the EA platform. And it transformed the relationship. Westfield bought across the stack, cross-portfolio, enterprise networking, security, and collaboration from Cisco. And we went from having technology conversations and point of product conversations to true business outcomes, right? What are we looking to accomplish? How are we looking to transform and change our business? And the EA brought that innovation forward, changed the game, changed the story, and now we're truly one of the trusted partners of the organization.
That's so cool. Let's talk about the actual architecture of it. Once we know that a company the size of Westfield wants to go in that deep, and I mean, it's spectacular, right? This is what we're hoping for. How do we then begin to put together the package as far as a solution rollout and make sure that delivery is smooth and everything happens according to schedule? What does implementation look like from our end?
So implementation, it's a combination of Cisco along with the partner, right? Our global virtual sales and virtual success team, pardon me, they work together with the partners for rollout plans and to ensure that we have delivery, we meet expectations, and we manage it throughout checkpoints, rollout schedules, and we ensure, follow up and follow through.
How big a team does this require?
So it depends on the customer, and it depends on the size and
I look
scope.
at Westfield, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, you don't go anywhere on this planet without walking into a Westfield mall these days. I grew up next to one that's, and it wasn't even Westfield at that point, of course.
So it doesn't require a massive team depending on the architecture that we're rolling out, right? Our customers are really smart, and the partners contribute a ton of value to the end game, right? They come in and they draw out the strategy, they draw it, and we're simply guiding, helping, and coaching them along the way.
How many touch points are there along the path? I mean, is there a regular scheduled process, or does it really depend on the project?
It depends on the project, but yes, there are touch points, right? We have an initial 1 week, 30-day, 60-day, 90-day check-in, and all of that comes forward with our adoption program, right? We have adoption success programs out there with our partners that are enabled in them, or empowered with them as well. And so we follow that schedule that's already predetermined that we have issued to the field.
Great. Now, I asked Vinay a couple of minutes ago, I'm going to ask you as well, where can people go to learn more about all of this?
All right, so one, thank you for having me today.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much. So I encourage all of our customers out there to work with your account manager as well as your partner. And if you need any more information on enterprise agreement, you can go to cisco.com/go/EA.
Great, and also here at the show?
Here at the show, we have a booth right beneath Cisco Software, right when you walk in World of Solutions.
Absolutely. All right, Phil, such a pleasure. I'm so glad that we had an opportunity to talk with you. Thanks for coming in, thanks for taking the time, and really excited about what you guys are accomplishing in software. It's really great stuff.
Thanks again.
Thanks so much.